When it comes to what's happening in Wayne County and the North Carolina area, look no further than Taylor House Publishing. If you have a story that needs to be told, please contact us via email at taylorhousepublishing@gmail.com.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This video is very disheartening to do. Many of you may have already heard or know about the situation that happened earlier today on June 5th in Goldsboro, North Carolina, around 6 o'clock in broad daylight, where one gentleman was shot and another gentleman unfortunately lost his life. And first and foremost, I want to give my condolences to the Sanders family. And I know this is very hard for the mother, Laterica Sanders, who unfortunately lost another child a few years back to senseless gun violence. And so today, and forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, but 21-year-old Vortoriage Sanders was one of the individuals involved in a shooting incident, and he was pronounced dead at a location in what is called the New Projects, Elmwood Terrace, here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. According to the preliminary reports and some press release given by the Goldsboro Police Department, there was a shooting that happened right here, as you see, in the 1600 block of John Street. It is right by on the corner of John and Terrace, and it's in between Terrace and Dixie Trail, or Shamrock Street. I arrived at this location, and as you see, they had the entire area blocked off. And this is reportedly where the shooting took place. And at this scene, the officers responded to gunshots, for a call for gunshots. And when they arrived to the scene, they found an individual later identified as 18-year-old Tysher, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong as well, Tysher Davis, suffering from a gunshot wound. And he was later transferred to Greenville, where they listed him in fair condition. And at the time when officers were responding to this call, this shooting, there was another call that they received concerning an unresponsive person in the 300 block of Hollowell Street. And according to this article, when officers arrived in the area, they found, once again, the 21-year-old Vortoriage, once again, forgive me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, Vortoriage Sanders, dead at the scene. And from the investigation that police gave, it was determined that Mr. Sanders was involved in the shooting at South John Street. Now, according to this article, they said that both of the victims were known to each other and are believed to have been involved in a confrontation prior to the shooting. Now, I won't speculate because, once again, as I arrived at this scene, the scene was pretty much clearing out. There you see only a couple of officers at the scene, and I won't speculate on what the particular situation is, but the point of the matter is, one young man has lost his life, a family has lost, a son, a brother. I'm not sure if he was a father. And another young gentleman is in the hospital suffering from gunshot wounds. And it's just, I'm almost speechless. If you remember earlier this week or, last week, there was a shooting right around this same area in on Slocum Street, and where an individual was shot in the face. And actually, I've had no word on that shooting and how that individual is doing. And that individual was an older gentleman, however, still just senseless. That these situations keep occurring. So we once again have to ask ourselves, and once again, my condolences go out to the Sanders family. I know of LaTarica. I don't know her personally, but I do know her sister and some other members of her family. So once again, my heart goes out to you and everyone who is suffering because of this incident. From other reports that I've gotten, it was reported to me that Mr. Sanders was shot at this location, and some people even said he was shot in the old project. Once again, I don't know, but he apparently drove himself to the area where he was pronounced deceased. And so, man, this is just so sad on so many fronts. We have to, do something. We as a community, we as men, most of all, we have to do something. As I walked up to the scene, the officers were there, and I was just like, there's another shooting. They just shook their head like, yes, it's pitiful, sad. And, they allowed me to walk further down, and I saw, got a chance to, just, of course they didn't give me too much information, but I just got a chance to, just realize that, there's nobody that can save us. The police, no matter how many police that we hire, that we get to patrol our neighborhoods, nothing is going to stop unless we stop it. And as we, I mean, the black community, as we as men, we as young men, old men, children, it all starts with self-love, first of all. And then, once you love yourself, then you would automatically love others, and you wouldn't kill or get involved in situations where loss of life is possible. And so once again, my condolences go out to that mother because she did just lose another teenage son a couple of years ago. And so I'm just at a loss of words making this video because no mother should have to bury two of her sons. within a short period of time, all because of senseless gun violence. And it's just sad. Once again, I don't have all the details, and I won't dare speculate on a situation as this. But we know that two individuals were shot, and apparently, according to this article, they did have some previous interaction. So, um, wondering just what could have been done. What kind of mediation, what kind of intervention could have been done to prevent this situation from happening, where two young men, uh, were shot in the prime, or even before the prime of their life, and one of them unfortunately succumbed to his injuries, and another one is in the hospital. So I don't know the particulars. I don't know if both of them were the victim of the same shooter, or if they did have a confrontation with each other. I don't know, but once again, my heart goes out to the Sanders family, and I hope there is a sense of reckoning within our community, with the young men out there, whatever they're doing, to realize, how pure, how valuable that life is. And, when you're engaging in these type of things, life can really be short lived. So I don't have too much to say about this incident, but just that we got to do better as a community. And so it all starts, with the individual at first, then it starts with the community. So, it's just a terrible situation when things like this happen. So, once again, my condolences to the family, and hopefully, these situations will come to a cease in the near future. Peace and blessings to all. Y'all have a good night.